And the NBA season is about to begin.
Tonight, it'll be the Sacramento.
We're coming at you from the beautiful Amway Center in downtown Orlando, Florida, home of the Magic. Looking at Sacramento, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Spurs in San Antonio, and just couldn't finish. Magic leading by 4.
A theme that has unfortunately come up for this Orlando franchise is their inability to keep a franchise talent for long. Of course, you think both about Shaq and Dwight Howard and their exits.
On the court right now for the Kings, Landry and Cousins patrol the paint. Collison is out there with Ben McLemore, and it's Gay in at the small forward. Shot is off, and Sacramento will go the other way with it. chance checked in for Carl Landry.
And checking out some numbers for Nikola Vucevic. Going well for him this season. 12th in rebounding. Ranking in field goal percentage, he's done a nice job of creating good looks for himself.
And, you know, just to touch on that rebounding average again, Steve, I mean, he's a gritty player in the paint. Sandpaper-like. I mean, just makes it tough on other people. There's not much more than you can ask of him in that area.
Here's Champ, defended by Gordon. No good from Champ. And about Orlando and their stars, is a better clock to have had stars and lost them, or to never have had stars at all?
Well, it's a different kind of heartache, that's for sure. I think you'd rather have them and lose them than not to have them at all. But Orlando has seen a lot of success for how long they've been a franchise. They'd like to be able, though, looking ahead, to keep that next star that's wearing a Magic uniform right now.
Collison, the pass to Champ. Shot clock at 5. Gay in the corner. Here's the teardrop. That's good. Gay's got his first points of the game.
Very well done. He is a confident, dynamic scorer.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. The Magic head coach and I had a chance to talk just for a bit. He told me he's wary about how they'll contend with DeMarcus Cousins inside. He said he's a beast in there, no doubt about it. Size, length, strength, and a ton of skill. The talent is really off the charts with him. And guys, he knows it won't be easy to muscle Cousins away from the rim, but he said that's what they've got to find a way to do. It won't be easy.
Thanks, Doris. And Oladipo kicks to Payton. There's 49 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. It's going to be on Rudy Gay. The Magic shooting their first free throws of the game right now.
Yeah, they've just been an ordinary team in terms of free throw shooting.
You better than that.
Not tonight, I'm not.
Expect they've been trying to...
Kings leading now by 10. On the court right now for the Kings. Champ, he's in at the 4 spot. Andre Miller is out there with Collison. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Gay in at the small forward. The Magic shooting in this game, 45%. Vucevic is screen on Collison. Passes it to Oladipo. Back to Payton. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Offensive rebound. Sacramento's gone 1 or 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. And there's the pass to Champ. Puts it up from 15. The shot's good. Collison making the play. Collison's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. The Magic trail by 14. Harris a screen on Collison. Payton dishes to Harris. Back to Payton. Miller against Oladipo. 5 to shoot. The leaner falls for it. That was a difficult shot. Oladipo's got 9 points. Now Collison. 17 points for him last game against San Antonio.
Well, quite an interesting upbringing for Victor Oladipo. His mother and father immigrated from Nigeria. They ingrained a great work ethic in their children. But his father in particular didn't really approve of his son's focus on basketball. But Victor was undeterred.
Payton with the ball. Gay picks him up defensively. Payton kicks to Harris. 6 on the shot clock. Oladipo for 3. DeMarcus Cousins comes up with the rebound.
And Oladipo growing up the only son among 4 children with a strict, somewhat distant father. In a lot of ways, his coaches and teammates became a kind of second family. And he latched on to his coaches for guidance. Now he's finally starting to get it going here offensively.
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Payton passes to Oladipo. He feeds it to Vucevic. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. This is his first chance at the line tonight.
76% of the stripe for him to this point of the season.
first one falls. Rick Ridenour is checked in for Orlando. Carl Landry's checked in for Sacramento. And both free throws good for Vucevic. Kings leading now by 14. Outside Collison. Miller outside. At the elbow, it's Cousins. Pass to Champ. And again, it's Sacramento converting.
I like the way they've played here in the first half. Just an intelligent floor game, getting good shots.
Numbers certainly back that up. They're shooting a much better percentage.
Ridenour from outside. Shot is no good. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. It's Sacramento up by 16. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
Hey guys, great execution in the first half, but we still have a few things to talk about before we go back out.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first two quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. We've seen Champ really having a great game.
That'll be important to see, if they can slow him down in the second half here, because
So a new group on the floor for Orlando. Sacramento also making some changes. Hollins is checked in, and it's Evans in for Carl Landry. We've got Luke Ridenour, Channing Frye out there with Evan Fournier. Then there's Gordon, and it's O'Quinn in at the 5. That's who's out there for Orlando. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Gay. The putback slams it back in.
well, it's the edge they've had in that area on the glass that's played a big role in this game.
And they've got some strong guys, Steve. Guys that are strong, put together, and they've used that strength to their advantage down low.
Champs checked in for Sacramento. Ridenour dishes to Fournier. Here's O'Quinn, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Kyle O'Quinn in his third season out of Norfolk State, 6'10", but with a 7'5" wingspan and the strength to hold his own at the pivot. He has shown some promise for a player taken in the second round.
And O'Quinn, a relatively ground-bound game. Not a big-time athlete.
Yeah, and very foul-prone defensively, in part because of that lack of athleticism. But he has shown the ability to knock down the mid-range jump shot. He's a hard worker, a quality young man, good rebounder and shot blocker. I think he's got a chance to be one of those guys that plays a long time and makes a nice contribution in the league.
Ridenour against Miller. Ridenour with it. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Dishes to Fournier. Trains it from beyond the arc.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
13 feet away. That's good from Gay on the assist from Miller. 19 points for Gay.
Might as well just take it into his own hands and make that big lead even bigger.
Ridenour kicks to Frye. Lets it go from deep. And a clear foul there as he shot the triple. He'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
You know, even though they're down, they're putting on a show at the free throw line this half.
I think they've done a good job of making the most of their chances at the line, and they've got to keep it up to take the lead.
The Magic have shot 75% at the stripe, 6 of 8. And the second free throw, good. And he makes all 3. Sacramento leading by 18. Miller outside. Shoots a 3. Here's Evans. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play.
You know, that putback's about as easy as it's going to get. You have to put a body on someone down there.
Well, no box out. That's the result you get right there.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Well, and of course, we'd all like to see that free throw percentage improve. I mean, he does not have the touch in the 60s.
Well, it definitely was a disappointing part of his game this year. Not the numbers he was hoping for from the strike.
Near the three-point line, it's Gordon. Offline from the top of the key. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. The Kings on top, running away with it. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. To reveal our State Farm assist in the game today, Steve, it's a big man winning the honor.
And it was a no-brainer. This assist was really out of this world. I mean, he had a great understanding of the situation and where the ball had to go.
Wake up, son. You're in.
Oh, it's time to ball.
Subbed in for Peyton. And the Kings also making a change. Gay's checked in. On the floor for Sacramento. Landry and Cousins patrol the paint. Collison is out there with Ben McLemore. And it's Gay in at the three. Kicks it out to Ridenour. A three ball. Offensive rebound. Vucevic. And terrific work on the offensive glass. And he picks up two.
Giving them an opportunity. Hard work on the glass there.
The Magic making a switch here. Peyton's checked in. And a change for Sacramento. Champs checked in for Carl Landry. Sacramento in total control. Outside Collison. Well, since the turn of the century, guys, the Western Conference has ruled the roost, winning interconference matchups in 14 out of the last 15 seasons. To Steve, last season, the highest ever win percentage for the West at over 72%.
Yeah, and 8 of the league's top 10 teams played in the West record-wise. It may be time to take a fresh look at a top 16 playoff structure.
And McLemore kicks to Collison. Cousins with a screen for Collison. In the corner, it's McLemore. And a miss there on the triple. The Magic have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Peyton drives in. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Oladipo, good.
This is incredible. It's been a three-point barrage since halftime.
Yeah, whether by design or by accident, it has been impressive.
Now McLemore, and there's the feed to Collison. Here's Champ. Again, the miss by the Kings.
Boy, for my taste, he's far too inconsistent with that shot. I mean, he's got to make those if he's going to take his game to the next level.
Peyton passes to Oladipo. Trying to find Vucevic. Gets it to him. Dives for it. Misses from short range.
Well, an 8-rebound advantage like the one they have now is always going to swing the score hard in that team's direction.
And that's certainly been the case today. Their rebounding has made a huge difference.
For three, Fournier. Second shot opportunity. He lays it in. Vucevic has got 4 points now in the quarter.
You know,
Collison against Peyton. The drive by Collison. Here's Champ. A three-pointer, no good.
boy, the defense just backing off, begging him to take that shot.
Oladipo with the ball. Picked up by Collison. And Champ gets the whistle that time. Well, the popularity of the three-pointer at an all-time high. Steven, I'm sure you can appreciate that. The league.
What the heck was that?
Look it up. It's called basketball.
I mean, it's just crazy. It's way too extreme. I think even the three-point shot is probably overdone to this.
Fry comes in for Harris. Evan Fournier is checked in for Oladipo. And Ben Gordon is subbed in for Peyton. 1:32 left in the fourth. McCallum, the pass to Champ. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here.
And if you think about the four-point line and the possibility of that, a lot of players already shoot from way beyond the three-point line. Guys like Steph Curry, Jamal Crawford.
I think it would be exciting to see. I don't think we'll go there, but I'd want the distance to be far enough away from the goal that players wouldn't shoot those four-pointers all the time. It would be a specialty shot and one that wouldn't become a real significant part of the game.
The Magic making a switch here. Ridnour's checked in. That misses, so he splits the free throws.
And I think some have worried that a four-point line would make the league too perimeter-oriented. I think it's insane. I mean, the three-point line already stretches the floor and gives you an advantage if you have outside shooting. A four-point line, to me, is beyond a rule. It's like a gimmick. I don't think it's going to happen.
Here's Champ. And good. Got the English that time as it falls.
And guys, with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who's watched it. I mean, just a total mismatch in a true show of strength for Sacramento.
But Steve, you don't see this kind of a blowout often. But tonight, this is a quality win across the board to deliver out Clark this kind of punishment to.
Well, you know what? I thought they did a nice job of playing against the game. They kept the pressure on and clearly were dominant in every area.
And so all the hard work here tonight converted into a tally in the win column. It'll be number 26 on the year.
And because they play in different conferences, guys, this is the last time these two teams will face each other. It's got to be a good feeling that getting the clean sweep, finishing the season 2-0 against the Magic.
It always takes someone stepping up, and that happened here as we got great numbers for Gay. Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do anything, really, to stop him.
Miller against Ridnour. There's the dish to Gordon. Pass to Ridnour. Magic moving the ball around. And here's Fry for three. Rebound by Caspi. Sacramento's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Kicks to Miller. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense.
Shooting Sacramento, Omri Caspi.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Thompson dishes to Miller. He kicks it to McCallum. So it's the Kings winning this one easily. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more can you ask?
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Gentlemen, I'm here with DeMarcus Cousins. And DeMarcus, tell us what the team did tonight that made you guys so effective.
Sharing the ball. That's the main thing. I mean, as what the keys to this team winning, I always say that's sharing the ball. So when we play that way, it's hard to beat us.
Thank you for the time, sir. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Doris. And that'll wrap it up for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan, and thanks for tuning in. Nothing goes together like the Heat and Miami as we get ready for an interconference contest here at the American Airlines Arena. Sacramento is working their way through a road trip going into today's game. And, of course, Chris Bosh, he is still out of the lineup.
Well, with him being sidelined.
Get up. You're going in.
Here we go.
The Heat trail by 8.
Well, the Miami Heat, since the Big Three assembled, have been a polarizing team. Some fans rooted for them, others rooted against them. Either way, they've been an incredible story for the league and have become just a huge draw around the NBA.
On the floor for Sacramento, Landry and Cousins patrol the paint. Allison is out there with McLemore. And it's Gay in at the 3.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy.
Champs checked in for the Kings. With a break in the action, time for a rundown now of the most accurate shooters at small forward over the last 10 games. Rudy Gay on top.
And when you've got a player like him who can shoot that well, not at center, but at small forward, it gives you a remarkably dependable option every time down the floor.
That is so true, Steve. From 5 feet, 10 feet, 20 feet, his touch is really on target from any distance.
And now with the Big Three era coming to an end, Miami not perhaps one of the more hated teams around the NBA, but Clark, they are still at the forefront of the league scene in the East.
And while they might have lost a bunch of the bandwagon fans, by no means is this team finished with being a title threat. There's just too much talent on this roster, and for the first time in a long time, they might enjoy being viewed as underdogs.
And so DeMarcus Cousins nails both of them.
Last season, the Kings inking DeMarcus Cousins to a big 4-year contract extension, and he rewarded them with the best season of his young NBA career, setting career highs pretty much across the board.
And again, it's the Heat missing.
Tell you what, he can be really frustrating as a shooter. All you can do is grimace because he just can't find the range.
Stolen by Wade. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Here's Dang. Back to Wade. Dang kicks to Wade. It's taken away by Collison. He's all alone. Here's Champ. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And the early lead just keeps on growing. Another basket.
And the way they've done it is with an extremely potent inside attack. You know, in the past with Cousins, I think he had tended to fall in love with the perimeter jump shot. And he's got a good one. He can make it. But, you know, when you look at his size and strength, it's hard not to think that he should be taking advantage of that closer to the rim and putting more pressure on defenses as a result. I think last season he did commit to attacking inside the paint, and we saw the results. They were pretty good.
And, Steve, it's pretty clear that DeMarcus Heat. Whiteside's checked in for Anderson. Haslam comes in for Luol Deng. Ennis, he's checked in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Dragic in for Mario Chalmers. On the court right now for the Kings, Champ, he's in at power forward. Ben McLemore is out there with Miller. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins, and it's Landry in at the small forward. And then Cousins with the dunk.
Andre Miller, one of the best dime droppers around.
Now here's Dragic. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Washington.
And he really kept his head down, was drawing contact, getting himself to the line, played an aggressive game. That was a big-time help for him and his team.
Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Hi, Kevin. In the past, as you know, Chris Bosh tried to bulk up, but he's accepted his frame and his finesse game, saying, quote, "It's different now. The game is a lot faster. I don't bang anymore. It's not my strength, and I understand that." He's become more perimeter-oriented, and why not, Kevin? He said he realized that you do get one more point for threes. Gentlemen, over to you.
Perimeter shooting, big men. Very much in demand, Doris. Thanks. Dragic just screen on Miller. Napier passes to Ennis. To the right side. Napier kicks to Ennis. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Whiteside. Landry grabs the miss.
You know, that mid-range jump shot is not his strong suit, even when he gets a good look like that.
Miller outside. He feeds it to McLemore. Cousins with a screen for McLemore. Dish now to Cousins. Miller, the pass to Landry. Misses off the left iron.
And a missed opportunity right there.
Definitely. I think he should have converted that one.
Dragic kicks to Napier. Pass to Haslam. Ennis in the corner. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Right side. Well, as far as the defense goes, Clark, that is not what's going to keep them in this lead.
Yeah, but from the other perspective, you can see just how much that dunk pumped those players up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I agree, guys. I sense a little bit of a momentum shift here.
It's blocked. Ennis with the ball. He's coming off a 10-point game against Washington. Shot is off. And the Kings pushing it up now. Miller's got the ball. They get the rebound.
Way to play in attack mode and get inside.
And, you know, if you're on defense and you're going to foul, make sure it's a good one. They did, preventing the and one.
And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game. How it's been going for Sacramento.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And
I like it. I like it. All day long.
Both teams making some changes here. And that does it for the first half of play.
Dwayne, a couple.
Hey guys, listen up. We've got a good lead, but lots of basketball left.
All right, the second half beginning in just a moment. Sacramento leading by 9. On the perimeter, Wade and Dang. Haslam's out there with Whiteside, and it's Dragic in at the 1 spot. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Here's Collison. He feeds it to Cousins. It's stolen by Haslam. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. And there's Dang. That's good on the assist by Wade. Wade's got assist number 5 here tonight.
boy, great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, it sure was. He made a beeline for the bucket as soon as they got the ball. Right away, straight to the rim.
Chance checked in for Sacramento.
We get a chance here to take a look at Goran Dragic's numbers. In the back half of the season, he's been nothing short of marvelous. He's averaging 22 points per game, 8 assists, and 3 rebounds. And he leads the way for them in the scoring department.
And, you know, it's easy to see why, too. I mean, with the way he's always attacking with the ball on offense, wow.
Here's Champ. He's guarded by Haslam. No good from Champ. The Heat trail by 7. Dragic with it. Picked up by Collison. Dragic a screen on Cousins. Then kicks to Dragic. Fires from deep. Dang can't get it to go.
Oh, boy, he is just cold as ice. I don't think he's going to be the one to help them cut into the lead.
Luol Deng is the definition of a gamer. He averaged over 38 minutes a game over the last 5 seasons with the Bulls. Played with a fractured thumb, torn ligaments in his wrist. He always goes all out at both ends every time he's on the court.
Dragic with a screen for Dang. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It will be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
He's made 3 of his 4 free throw attempts in the game.
His free throw percentage hovering around that 70% mark, guys.
You know, it's been a rougher year than he expected at the line, guys. I mean, he's seen the numbers dropping off for him this year. It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
Cousins with a screen on Wade. Cousins with a screen for Gay. The drive by Cousins. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it. Cousins has got 6 here in this quarter.
He's their go-to guy, and when he shoots the ball like he has today, that's what the scoreboard usually looks like.
And Chalmers kicks to Wade. Whiteside dishes to Chalmers. Pass to Haslam. Feeds it to Wade. Whiteside with it. Wade on the wing, guarded by McLemore. And that one's good. 8 points for Wade.
You know, that's one way he can finish, but not the only way. He's got a lot of tricks up his sleeve.
Here's Champ. That falls. Great assist by Darren Collison. And that's now 6 points for Champ. The Heat trail by 7. And Chalmers kicks to Wade. And another basket for Miami. 1:53 left in the third quarter of the game. And here's Collison. He's got 5. Dishes it to McLemore. Here's Champ out left to the wing. Fires the 3. And Ben McLemore gets the 3. McLemore's got 11 points.
No matter who it is, that kind of defense is not going to cut it.
A different look for Miami.
You're up. Let's.
For Miami, they've gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. On the floor for Sacramento, Landry and Cousins patrol the paint. Collison is out there with McLemore. In at the small forward position.
Another strong rebound, just like we've gotten used to seeing from them today.
Yeah, 1 or 2 more of those, and this lead will be double digits.
Cousins inside, working on Anderson. No good from Cousins. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And it's an 11-point Kings lead.
Very nice pickup of the offensive rebound. And once he gets his hands on it, you know it's going back up and back in.
The Heat making a switch here. And a change for Sacramento. Champs checked in for Carl Landry. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, guys, I was able to listen in on what Eric Spoelstra was going over with his team in that last huddle. He didn't exactly take it easy on them, saying, how much do you want it? Don't tell me. Show me out there. We have to play better. We have to play harder if we're going to come back. Guys?
And that one is good from Champ. And, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Kings.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And the other thing they're doing is they're forcing turnovers and then converting those miscues into points at the other end.
Knocked away and stolen by Gay. Here's McLemore. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
What a performance. Just look at the game for McLemore. He's got 11 points, and he sprayed home 3 3-pointers as well.
Yeah, productive day for him from long range.
That free throw good for McLemore. And McLemore drops them both.
You know, one thing you have to give Coach Eric Spoelstra credit for is he's not wedded to just one approach. I like his ability to be flexible. You remember after the 2011 finals, for example, he really went back to the drawing board and changed Miami's offense to their small ball approach, but also wanted to get LeBron inside more. The result has been a couple of championship rings.
You talk about Coach Spoelstra staying open to new ideas. He spent time in the summer studying football coaches and their techniques.
Yeah, kind of an interdisciplinary interest in greatness. And, you know, that's what goes into building a champion. Spoelstra, very intense and focused, always trying to find an edge, even if he has to kind of step outside the box a little bit.
Outside Collison. Here's Champ. Again, the miss by the Kings. Look at the last game for Sacramento. It was a win against the Magic in Orlando.
Well, clearly we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. And I think this was an excellent all-around performance for the Kings.
Their superior ball handling. Won it for him here, Clark.
Well, Kevin, when you squeeze the orange, you get more shot opportunities, and that's always a good thing.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27.
You know, they wanted this win badly, guys. A loss would have meant a sweep in the season series.
I agree. They did not want that to happen. Even against opponents outside your conference, who you only see twice a year, getting swept is not a good feeling.
And you see the contributions from the role players on the team, and boy, what a game it was for Gay. He affected the game so much with the way he was able to come up with steals and get extra possessions for his team. Rudy Gay traded twice in the last couple of seasons. Really, it was his big contract that led to him being dealt, because Gay is a quality player, but the feeling was his production just didn't live up to the cost.
35 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Passes it to Champ. From deep three-point range. Now the feed to Gay. Here's Champ. And he's good on the three ball. And the Kings lead by 16.
Well, they've done a great job keeping the fans out of the game today, and the closer they get to the win, the quieter it gets.
Yeah, we call that the sweet sounds of silence. They're going to savor this win, as well they should. Every road win carries a little extra reward.
And so it's Sacramento easily grabbing this one. You know, Clark, every team has a bad night, and these guys might want to watch the tape of this game the next time they have a bad night to remind themselves how dominant they can be.
Well, this is one of those dreamlike games for a coach.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
DeMarcus, certainly some quality assists and passing from you all night. Was that a focus for you?
Yeah, and that's something Coach been telling me to do, and some of my teammates as well.
And now, presented by Sprite, the 2K pregame show.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal on 2K Sports, and the NBA season is about to begin. Tonight we'll see the Oklahoma City Thunder playing against the Golden State Warriors at Oracle Arena. And for Golden State, there's been a lot of discussion about them in the offseason, and even though today won't count in the standings, still such an exciting day in the NBA, watching the teams take the court for the first time. Hey, Russell Westbrook.
We'll see the Oklahoma City Thunder facing the Golden State Warriors. Kevin Harlan here with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. Thanks for joining us on this Saturday afternoon. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. It'll be the Thunder off the tip. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade.
Oh, man, what a play.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rack.
You know, the guys on the bench are going crazy right now at the sight of that jam. Well, you look at how the Warriors have improved, really a change in philosophy from years past. The ownership wanted size for position, rebounding, defense, toughness. They've really established a nice foundation.
And here's Westbrook after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. And Roberson kicks to Durant. And that one's good. Durant's got his first points in this one.
Beautiful cut to the hoop. He's getting anything he wants here already.
Here's Curry with the three. That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
It's Westbrook with the drive. Thompson with the rebound.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for him.
Curry kicks to Thompson. And another three for Golden State.
Boy, they are locked and loaded early. 3 for 3.
Thunder have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Ibaka with the screen on Curry. Westbrook passes to Ibaka. They get a hand on it. Shot from 12. That one a little long. Golden State's gone 3 of 3 from deep. 9 points rung up from outside here in the first. The shot by Curry, no good.
That's the first miss for this offense. They've hit 3 or 4 to start.
Screen by Ibaka. Roberson gets the bucket.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
Curry with a wide open look from beyond the arc and then some. Curry's got 9.
Great outside shooting fueling this run.
And the defense getting bombarded. They just haven't been able to slow him down.
Shot's good by Durant.
Oh, the rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
I thought it might be a little imprudent to try to get those points right back, but it worked.
Well, Kevin Durant certainly had one of the most memorable nights in the NBA last season, Steve. Dropping the 54 points on national TV. He really looked unstoppable in that game in particular.
Yeah, that was against the Warriors back in January. That was a career high for him. And, you know, Golden State tried every trick in the book, and they had good defenders on the wing, but it didn't seem like anything they tried worked that night. The Thunder have not defended well against Curry.
Already up to 9 points and 1 rebound.
Wow, he's accounted for over half his team's points. Can you believe that?
This is hard to believe, but we're seeing it with our own 2 eyes, so it must be happening. And with Durant and his 54-point explosion, I mean, you really get to see just how unstoppable he can be when he's hitting like that. I mean, nobody can guard it.
Now here's Durant. He's got 5. Here's Ibaka, and it's blocked. In the corner, Iguodala with it. Barnes kicks to Curry. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Curry's got 14 points for the game.
Then a final thought on Durant's 54-point night. It was just the multitude of ways that he scored that was most impressive. He didn't get them all from deep or at the free throw line. He was hitting tough fadeaways and attacking the rim to get those points.
Now here's Westbrook. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
Poor shooting from him this quarter. His shooting percentage nowhere near where he'd like it to be.
Durant kicks to Adams to the paint. The kick out to Westbrook. Ibaka dishes to Durant. Ibaka sets the pick for Durant. Back to Ibaka. 6 to shoot from downtown. And it's Durant, that time on the assist from Ibaka. 8 points for Kevin Durant.
It's going to be tough for the defense today. If he's got his A-game rolling here tonight, we'll see.
And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession. Now let's go to Doris Burke, who had a chance to catch up with head coach Scott Brooks.
A big factor in this game, he said, is how well they do to contain the young shooter Klay Thompson, saying Thompson can really give you trouble coming off screens. We got to have all-out energy fighting to stay on his hip, and then we need to pressure on the ball handler to try and delay the pass. Kevin, both jobs are hard.
And thank you, Doris. .152 left here in the first quarter. Golden State moving it around. Took him no time at all on that one. Barnes has got himself on the board with 3 there.
The defense has done very little to slow him down so far.
And Waiters kicks to Collison. Here's Augustine. Back to Collison. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Waiters. They get it again. Cantor's shot is off. Warriors leading by 8. Inside, here's Livingston, and there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
Well, with this soft D, they're allowing them to shoot a very high percentage from the field so far.
Yeah, and they're just not offering any resistance, not making anything difficult for them, and they're able to kind of do whatever they want to do.
First team foul.
56 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Cantor kicks to Morrow. 13 feet away.
In building this lead, they've been excellent at not allowing any good second chances.
That's good.
They have got to put a body on it, because otherwise, with his agility and athleticism, they're not going to be able to contain him on the offensive glass.
Now here's Barnes. Lee, that's good.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the three-point line. That's 4 of the last 5. You got to run those guys off the line.
I agree, and the defense is practically giving them those shots, though.
Collison against Lee. It's stolen by Bogut. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Barbosa passes to Lee. Back to Barbosa. Feeds to Barnes. 5 on the clock. Livingston dishes to Barbosa. The tray. That's good. Barbosa's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Their offense has really come together immediately, threatening to run away with this game.
It's hard to imagine they'll be able to stay as hot as they've been so far, but if they can, watch out.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Warriors?
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for them early on.
And the other thing we're seeing is great ball movement. We're seeing a lot of good offensive execution, ball movement, player movement, setting up assists.
Now here's Curry. Steph, Clay, and Dre on the perimeter. Draymond Green is out there with David Lee. That's the group for the Golden State Warriors to start the second quarter.
Enes Kanter was the 3rd overall pick back in 2011, drafted out of Kentucky, where he actually never played a game there due to ineligibility. But it's a bit of a gamble because of that. I'm not sure he's completely delivered on those lofty expectations yet. But you let a guy sneak by for a put crazy.
Thunder trailing by 10. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Poked loose. Oh, no, he may have gotten injured right there. He's in a lot of pain.
Yeah, he's not happy right now. You can see it's really hurting him.
Sure can, Steve. I mean, it's difficult to say exactly how serious it is, but hopefully we'll have an update soon.
Leandro Barbosa. He's checked in for Golden State. And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. And for Kanter last season, Clark, a big uptick in minutes, but his productivity actually regressed somewhat.
Well, Kevin, the shooting percentages went down, as did his blocks and steals. But remember now, he's only 22 years old, and it's not always a straight line of progression for players. There are occasional detours before you bounce back up to that next plateau.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Yes, Kevin, during that break, Coach Scott Brooks had some words for his team. He said their plan was run their offense through Kevin Durant. When Coach addressed the guys in the huddle, his message was clear. Quote, he's who we want getting the bulk of the touches. He is who we want making our decisions. Being in the position they're in, probably a smart move to go to the clipboard and switch things up while we're still in the first half. Kevin?
All right, Doris.
Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Clark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
Man, I like the way he capped that drive off, guys, with a one-hand punch.
Those are starting to add up. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 of them have been three-pointers.
And it's not just great offense, Clark. The defense is really lacking. Not enough energy on their closeouts. And they're beginning to fall apart a little bit defensively, especially inside.
Well, that's 4 straight buckets now at the rim.
And the basket by Curry.
That's pretty much been the norm for them, getting their points off assists and great ball movement.
Nice rhythm and flow for this team. Tremendous communication and alertness.
The Oklahoma City, for 2 years running, the only team in the top 5 in the NBA in both offensive and defensive efficiency. That ought to tell you about this balanced, elite basketball team.
So it's the Warriors now. The Thunder making the shot. From outside, off the mark. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. That's good. That's 10 points for Kevin Durant.
Well, their plan of attack has been pretty clear to see. Get the ball inside and just take it strong to the hoop. Be dominant in the lane.
Well, the defense has been very slow to adjust. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside. They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
That was the 9th straight point from behind the arc, Clark. It feels like they're finding the holes in this defense.
Well, that was like a warm-up shot there, a warm-up jumper. No problem converting that one.
Warriors leading by 11. Barbosa kicks to Green. Golden State moving it around. For 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Westbrook passes to Adams. Here's Roberson. Launches it. And again, it's good. Durant with a 3. Durant's got it back down to single digits for the Thunder. Green dishes to Curry. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Curry's got 25 points in the game. The Thunder have gone 8 of 9 in the second quarter. Very nearly perfect from the field. The wide open look for Durant. And again, it's Oklahoma City.
The offense really coming around here in the second.
Up above 50% shooting now for the game, guys, and they'll definitely take that. It's defense where they need to key in.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Enes Kanter's checked in for Adams. Collison comes in for Serge Ibaka. Dion Waiters checked in for Andre Robertson. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Russell Westbrook.
Well, supposedly, Kevin Durant, a.k.a. KD, enjoys playing NBA 2K prior to every game as a way to loosen up and kind of as an informal scouting report for the other team. This guy just soaks up all the basketball he can get. Keep listening, KD, and keep playing. Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
Okay, guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
And Kevin Durant, guys, officially listed, looking at my book here, 6'9". I imagine he's that height in video game form. Steve, do you think that's selling him short?
Yeah, maybe. You know, it's interesting. A lot of guys who are 6'11" or 7 feet prefer to actually be listed as smaller. I think it's because in Durant's case, he wants to be known as more of a guard than a forward. But regardless, it doesn't matter what they list him at. He's just a ridiculously talented player.
Clock is at 3. Here's Augustine. And it's good. Augustine's got his first bucket in this one. Warriors leading by 5. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Brooke. Doris, over to you.
Gentlemen, Kevin Durant, the reigning league MVP, and his coach can't say enough about him. Scott Brooks said, whatever you say nice, you can print it out, and I'll just say I said it, because it's true. He's as coachable as any player I've ever been around in this league, as a player and as a coach. Guys, Durant is simply a coach's dream.
He sets the tone with his work ethic and dedication to his teammates. Doris, thanks.
Nick Collison has played a decade in the NBA, all with the same franchise. 4 seasons in Seattle, the last 6 in OKC. And there's a reason they've kept him around. He's a savvy role player, very smart. Does a lot of the little things to help you win.
You know, that's a case there, Kevin, of him making a pass to a spot, and then he let his teammate run right into it. Well executed.
And Waiters kicks to Morrow. The feed to Augustine. And Waiters has it in the corner. Off target from three-point range. The Warriors lead it. Here's Augustine. Foul called that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Pretty bad defense letting the offense get right to the rim, but smart play to foul once he was there.
But you know what's going to happen. They send a message right there. Nothing easy inside.
Well, this is what you have to do when you're trailing. You've got to attack, be aggressive, and get to that foul line.
And perhaps cause some foul trouble along the way. I mean, that can have a big impact down the road.
Lets the 3 fly. The shot misses. Here's Thompson. No good. And so that brings the first half to a close. The Warriors on top, up by 6. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. Andre, what has been the underlying principle of how you and the team have taken the floor?
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
Well, in terms of his points in the first half, I mean, that's pretty much what we've come to expect out of him.
Yeah, that's an open book on all you need to know about what talent he has. I'll bet he adds a lot more to that tally in the second half.
Second half is underway, and here's who Scott Brooks has got on the floor. Ran outside at the 3 with Ibaka playing the power forward. Roberson is out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Adams in at the 5. And it's Harrison Barnes with the foul. Durant against Barbosa. Durant kicks to Roberson. Back to Durant. The 3. 6 to shoot. And he gets it to go. Durant's got 23 points.
Coach Scott Brooks of the Thunder, he's brought great stability to this organization. A lot of talent on this roster, but doesn't always fit in terms of their offensive flow. So the Thunder like to keep it pretty simple with their X's and O's.
Outside Westbrook. Now the pass to Adams. Durant with it. Now Green defending. That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut to just 7 on the basket from Durant.
I think they've got to keep getting him the ball. When he's going like that, he's in a zone right now. Perfect from the field. You've got to continue to milk the hot hand.
And Scott Brooks, even when the Thunder were really a young team, was pretty open to getting input from his players, and they liked them.
Yeah, I agree with you. And it's a collaborative style, and really a credit to Scott Brooks that he's secure enough with himself to allow his players to have that input. You know, engaging his players and keeping them invested. It's not easy for coaches to do when they're expected to always be in control and have the answers. And he's got some great team leaders, too, so it's a nice fit for that collaborative style.
That's good.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
And first timer of the game called for Oklahoma City.
Steph Curry voted by GMs last season as the best pure shooter in the NBA, but he's not purely a shooter. He keeps the ball on a string. I think he's growing as a playmaker. Just a wildly entertaining point guard in this league.
And the Warriors making a change here. Holiday's checked in. Now here's Westbrook. In low to Ibaka. And it's out of bounds. Oklahoma City able to retain possession here.
They had no choice but to lunge for that pass to stop it from getting through.
Well, that was a good job. It could have been a quick bucket if he doesn't knock it out of bounds there.
They set the pick. Westbrook wide open. He fires.
Now still a great start to the half after hitting their first 3 even before that miss.
Curry, good.
And for Curry, it's really his ability to use his ball handling to create his shot that's so impressive. He keeps it on the string, and because he's so good with the ball, he can get where he wants to set up his quick release jumper. And when he's on, I'm telling you, there's nothing prettier to watch than that guy knocking down deep threes off the dribble.
Here's Roberson. 4 on the clock. Durant for 3. Green with the rebound. Green's got 3 rebounds now in this one. From deep. And it's Curry again from deep. Curry's got the lead up to 14 now for the Warriors. And you look at Curry's stroke, how quickly he lets it go. They measured it at 0.4 of a second, Steve. This is Steve Kerr type of stuff we're talking about here. But Steve, really, by the time the average player releases his shot, Curry's is already 12 feet above the court.
Yeah, he just kind of flicks it. And when you think about the ball handling ability that goes into the shot, that's what it makes it so hard to even challenge the shot defensively.
And here's Westbrook after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. Misses in close.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
And that one's good. Barnes.
That's now a dozen straight points coming off wide open three-pointers.
You know what it looks like to me out there, guys? I mean, it looks like All-Star Weekend out there. We know how much defense is played. There is actually offense during the All-Star Weekend, no D.
Well, we've seen that more than a few times. An easy bucket in the lane.
Yeah, the interior defense simply has been lifeless.
Now, the way this defense is playing out there, I mean, they might as well not be there. That's 5 straight wide-open threes.
Yeah, and that's way too many. I mean, typically teams will get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide-open threes, but they just haven't figured it out yet.
And no excuses there. Got a really good look at the basket after being freed up by the pick.
We say it all the time. The execution was excellent. The result not as good, but good ball movement anyway.
And so it's Oklahoma City with it after the missed three from Klay Thompson. Ibaka, the pass to Roberson. The wide open look for Durant. Goes back up. Tries yet again, and it's Ibaka with the bucket inside. Ibaka's got 8 points.
Perseverance paying off on the offensive boards, guys.
Thompson dishes to Green. Stolen by Westbrook. And here we go with Westbrook running it up the court. And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. And the foul called on the Golden State Warriors. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Man, they keep piling up the assists, guys. Great ball movement.
Well, it's been a super performance from beyond the arc, too. I mean, they've been raining in those threes.
And the Thunder making a change here. Cantor checked in for Adams. Collison comes in for Serge Ibaka. Anthony Morrow's checked in for Kevin Durant. And it's Waiters in for Andre Robertson.
Russell Westbrook, one of the best success stories when it comes to converting a scoring guard to playing the point. But it's his overall talent that's made him successful. His will, his competitiveness, and his incredible athleticism.
And here's Westbrook after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
You just assume he's going to knock those down when he's as open as he was there.
Another shot. And the layup by Lee. Lee's got 5 now.
You see the defense get caught standing around that time, giving up an easy second chance bucket.
Simply need more of an effort on the boards there, Steve.
And Waiters kicks to Cantor. Sinks that one from the post.
You can see that they're not as aggressive from the three-point arc. They had far more attempts in the first half.
Warriors leading by 19. Curry outside, and he gets it to go. Curry's got 52 points.
When you're hot, you're hot. This is unbelievable.
Westbrook kicks to Collison. Back to Westbrook. Collison with a screen on Curry. Westbrook passes to Morrow. Back to Westbrook. Clock at 6. Kicks it to Waiters. Puts up a 3. The Warriors pull it in. Lee's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Screen by Bogut. They double team Curry. And so here is Golden State. Back to Bogut. Shot clock at 6. In low to Lee. Puts up the baby hook. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
You love for any trip down the floor to end with a shot like that.
Here's Westbrook. No good. The 3 quarters of play all in the books. And this one all but over already. Warriors ahead. Running away with it. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. And a moment here to look back at our State Farm assist of the game.
Well, no question this was going to be the winner. Just take a look at the expertise he shows on this pass. Perfectly timed and beautifully placed.
They've got Livingston. David Lee is out there with Thompson. Then it's Green, and it's Barbosa in at the shooting guard. So that's the group out there for Golden State.
Couldn't quite hang on to it. They can't afford too many turnovers.
A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Livingston.
And we've seen a few mix-ups defensively out there on the perimeter.
More than a few. I mean, the open looks they've allowed from long range have turned into a lot of points.
Now here is Augustine. And that one's good.
3 points.
That's now 32 points for Kevin Durant.
And he continues to shoot well after that blazing first half.
Thompson from long range. Another three for Golden State.
That's 2 straight quick three-pointers they've allowed.
They better not make it 3 straight, because now all of a sudden you're looking at a hot streak.
Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Durant with it. Barbosa picks him up. Durant dishes to Cantor. It's rebounded by Livingston. Golden State's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. And a wide open look for Lee. Not really his range, and it's off target. The Thunder shooting an efficient 53% from the field. Durant just inside the line, and he hits the jump shot. Durant's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, he's been a real positive factor for them today, although, as a team, they've had a lot of negatives mixed in there as well.
Thompson for the triple. That's good.
And the threes continue to go down at that end with putting from deep at the other.
But the way to turn that around is defensively, by stopping their outside shot, not by getting into a shootout.
And good on the basket. Book it.
Good job threading that pass into the lane. I like his vision, guys. He sees everything.
The Warriors have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Here's Augustine. Another shot, and Durant lays it in. Durant's got 36.
Despite the play of the team, I think he's had an outstanding game. He's really done well here.
Thompson from long range. And it's good, assisting on the play with Livingston. Livingston's got 4 assists in the game. And Augustine kicks to Cantor. Waiters passes to Durant. Dishes it to Cantor. Shot clock at 6. Three-pointer Augustine. Offensive rebound. And Ibaka kicks to Waiters. Off target from outside. Warriors have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Got that one up quick. Thompson's got 21 in the game.
What a final quarter they're having from downtown. Just threes raining in from everywhere.
Yeah, work that perimeter. Work it good. And they might as well milk it while they're hot.
Warriors have gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Oklahoma City has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Augustine dishes to Waiters, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
That's his first personal foul.
First free throw is good.
You look at the Thunder, they're really the epitome of patience. They build through the draft model, constructing a contender with consistency and just a solid approach every day. That's why they are year in and year out so tough to handle.
Steven Adams, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Collison comes in for Serge Ibaka. Oklahoma City shooting 40% in the fourth. Augustine with it. Barbosa picks him up. It's Durant on the wing. Augustine against Barbosa. The 19-foot shot, and Durant gets it to go. Durant's got 38 points. And for the Thunder and their success, of course, not just predicated on top picks, but Clark, you've always talked about this, the right kind of top picks.
The fit is so important. They've had great success with their picks. There's no denying that, and it's not easy to make that happen, but they've got a tremendous front office that does their homework, knows what they want in terms of talent and character and fit. And you've got to give a little nod to luck and fortune here. I mean, not all of it. I mean, some of it, it's not always all science. There's a little art involved in this thing too, but they've got quality people making good decisions, and it's paying off on the court.
Steven Adams from New Zealand, the first Kiwi, Clark, ever drafted in the first round.
And Kevin, he played rugby growing up. He says that it helped him prepare for the physicality of playing inside.
Waiters passes to Augustine. And here's Morrow outside. Can't get it to go. The Warriors go the other way with it.
And guys, with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who's watched it. I mean, just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Warriors.
Agreed, Steve, and as one-sided as it gets today. You know, Clark, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
You're right, Kevin. It's hard to think of anything that didn't go right for them. I mean, game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was spot on.
Beyond the actual result of this game, I think fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Curry. Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do anything, really, to stop him. And one thing I like about Adams, and maybe it's the rugby background, he plays with so much aggression, but always keeps an even keel. He's the one who sort of initiates contact and becomes an irritant with his opponent, but he never retaliates, and that's real toughness.
And so it's Golden State with it after Dion Waiters' miss. 35 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Augustine, that's good.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
Warriors have gone 7 of 13 from the field here in the fourth.
Boy, you look at Steven Adams, he's got an impressive frame. You forget that he's only 21 years old. So he's got room to grow and to get stronger, both when you consider skill development and his physicality. He could really be one of the most imposing big men in the league for a long time going forward.
Here's Barbosa. Can't connect from long distance. Here's Morrow. And here is Waiters. Nice D from Bogut.
That was a layup, and you've got to knock that down. You've got to convert when you get those opportunities.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. How much to be critical of with this win, Clark?
Not at all. I mean, they showed up not just to play. They showed up to give great effort and to